Alright then guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm not in the workshop, but in today's video I'm going to be doing another unboxing and first impressions on a new tool kindly sent to me free of charge from a company called Teslong, and it's their professional endoscope inspection camera. So I'm not being paid to make this review, I'm not being sponsored in any way. They have, however, sent me the product for the purposes of review free of charge, but I'm not obliged to say positive things. If there's things I don't like about it, I will obviously let you know. And this is just a first impressions video. As far as longevity goes, I can't say anything about that because I've only just received the tool. So as usual, we'll show you what comes in the box, and then I'll dive in real close and run through the features with you. Let's crack on with the video. Alright guys, so I'll just show you the front of the box. Fairly nice packaging. You'll see it's the Teslong model number NTS430, and it's your professional endoscope inspection camera. I'll show you what comes in the box. You'll see it's nicely packaged. You get your typical user manual, your USB lead, which is for charging and connecting to a PC. You get the unit itself. Quick look at that. You get some small attachments. You get a hook attachment and a magnet attachment. And last but by no means least, you get your long shaft. Obviously that end connects to the unit itself, and this end, tiny little end, is where your dual cameras are. And that is everything in the box. So this endoscope has two lenses, one for straight ahead viewing and also a side mounted one for viewing pipe walls, etc., with a focal depth of 2 to 8 centimeters. The included easy access button allows for switching from the front facing camera to the side view camera with the push of a button, negating the need for any mirror attachments. The high definition IPS display allows you to do a split screen view using both cameras at the same time. With a fair sized monitor and a good resolution, the inspection camera includes a toughened glass screen with adjustability for various angles and a digital zoom. This borescope is well made and solidly built, making it a fantastic tool for indoor and outdoor use. On the forward facing and the side camera, several LED lights are built into the probe and are adjustable for brightness to provide a perfect view of the darkest inspection areas. The included 32GB memory card supports recording images and videos. The inspection camera cable is stiff enough to hold its shape but flexible enough to go around corners. An IP67 waterproof design allows you to check out underwater and wet places. Teslong endoscope inspection camera works right out of the box, doesn't require any apps, which saves you time. The high capacity batteries are rechargeable, supporting up to 4.5 hours of use. What's included in the box: NTS430 monitor itself, the 8mm camera cable, USB cable, user manual, hook and magnet attachments. So that's a brief explanation of all the features. So now let's dive in close and I'll show you how to actually use the unit itself. So as far as setup goes, there's really nothing to it. You get the end of your probe and you've got this swivel threaded part. Got this threaded part on the unit itself. There are, don't know whether you can see that, there are pins, and you've got to line the pins up. What I find is if we just put that in there, and then what I've been doing is just gently rotating this, and once the pins are actually in line, you should find that it slots in, and then it's just a case of turn this bit anti-clockwise until it's completely tight. So to switch the unit on, just simply press and hold this button. You'll see the screen lights up, and after a few seconds the camera will come on and you see my ugly mush. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, why not consider subscribing, press the notification bell, and you'll never miss a future upload. And the best part of it all is it's free. So yeah, then it comes on, and obviously whatever you're pointing at, and if you press this button, it will change to the side view where you can obviously see across my living room. And if you press it again, you get a split screen. So you'll get the side view, which you can see my tripod and my ugly mush. And then to get it back to where it was before, press it again, and it goes back to the front forward facing camera. So to go through all the different settings, press this bottom right button and you get all the different settings. Resolution, so we press OK on that. You can either have 1280 by 720 or 1920 by 1080. Get back out, just press that button again, and then use the arrow buttons. Sound recording, on or off. You've got the shutter sound, on or off. Date and time, date stamp. Press it down again, it goes on to page 2 of 3. Auto power off. Choose your language, store information, format, default settings. Onto the last page, and it just tells you what software version is on the machine. And then go down arrow again, goes back to the start. And to get out of that, press that button again and it goes back to the camera. Alright, so this can take pictures. It can also record videos with sound, and then you can either like delete the items straight away, or you can save them to the memory card. So up here, I don't know whether you can see it on camera, just next to the battery level indicator, you've got a picture of a memory card just to say it's installed. Comes with a 32 gigabyte memory card. The battery indicator stating that the battery is on full charge, and up in the left hand corner at the moment you can see a camera icon. Now if I want to scroll through from camera to video and look at any pictures or videos I've already taken, if we press the M button, you'll see it goes from camera to video, and then onto where you can watch your videos or view your photos. So if we press the M button again, go back to camera, to take a picture, we press the top left button and you'll hear the shutter sound. You can take as many pictures as you like. Then to view the pictures, press the M. First you've got to go through video, then you press it again and you'll see your pictures, and then you can use your arrow to scroll through. Obviously they're all the same because I haven't moved the camera, but you can scroll through all your pictures. Now once you're on the pictures, if you want to delete them, press this bottom right button and it comes up with delete. Press OK. Now you can delete just the one you're viewing or delete them all. So I'm going to delete them all. Select delete all, press OK. Then it gives you another option to cancel that in case you don't want to delete them all. Or go down to OK, press OK, and comes up with no files because they've all been deleted. And then to get back to the camera option again, just press the M and you're back to camera. So if you want to do a video, what you've got to do, press the M button again, goes from camera to video mode. Now to start and stop the recording, press the same button, top left one, press it to start it. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, then why not consider subscribing, tap the bell notification and you'll never miss a future upload. Thank you very much. And then to stop it, just press the same button again, top left one. That stops the recording. Now go through by pressing the M again. Comes up with the movie at the top, and then you can press, I think is it OK to view it? Yeah. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, then why not consider subscribing, tap the bell notification and you'll never miss a And I'll say if you want to delete that, press this button, bottom right, comes up with delete, OK. We've only got the one video on there, so I'll just press the delete current and go down to OK. It should come up with no files, because that's all there is on there. So that is basically everything you need to know. Apart from, if we look at this, you can see that when I go back to press the M to go back to camera mode, I should be able to dim the lights, or put the lights on by pressing the top right button, and then you should be able to dim them by keep pressing it. It goes off and on again. And also on the back of this unit itself, there's another button. Try and turn it round. Press this one. That actually turns the light on the bottom of the handheld unit. Press it again, light goes off. So the actual probe itself with the camera on the end is probably a little over 5 meters in length, so you've got plenty of length to play around with. And I can see plenty of uses for this, from like if you're working in the mechanics industry or woodworkers operating larger machines, and you might want to look inside to try and find out what's going on or why it's making a certain noise or whatever. Or if you've got a dust collection system set up with all the trunking, pipe work and stuff, you can put this down the pipes to try and find any blockages if you're not using clear pipes. So there's plenty of other uses as well for this. So overall, it's a nice little unit. And obviously to turn it off again, we just press the same button, hold it in, and it switches the unit off. On the side of the unit, the left hand side, you'll see this little rubber flap. If you lift that up, this is where your memory card is, and you just obviously push it in to eject it, and that's where your memory card goes in. Like I say, it comes with a 32GB card, and that's obviously a USB-C port for charging the internal battery up. Right, so I think I've just about covered everything. If I have missed anything out or you've got any questions, then feel free to leave it in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer it as and when I can. Overall, I'm fairly impressed by it. If I had one complaint, it would be the fact that you can't actually adjust the volume when you're recording videos. To me, it seems a little bit quiet, and I could be wrong, but I've looked through the instructions and for all the settings on the unit itself, and I can't find anywhere where you can actually adjust the volume for the sound. You can turn the sound on or off, but there's no kind of adjustment on it, and it just seems like it's a little bit quiet. Other than that, I can think of millions of ways that this would come in really, really handy. So overall, fairly impressed. So as of yet, I've not actually been given a discount code. I am in contact with the company. I'm waiting for a reply from them. So as and when they get back to me with any sort of discount code, I will. All right then guys, this is Future Dave interrupting this broadcast to bring you some updated information. The company has now contacted me and given me a 10% off discount code for you lovely people on YouTube. So head down to the video description if you fancy purchasing one of these and you want to save yourself 10%. Check in the video description.